Hello, welcome to another Australian workplace training and investigation video, where I'm going to be talking about issues that occur during workplace investigations, which can derail the investigation. Today, I'm going to be talking about the interview failure, so workplace investigation interview failure. So it's really important to understand that interviews are a vital part of the evidence gathering phase of investigation. The interview is where the investigator gathers the evidence from the complainants, from witnesses, and is able to test the evidence during the respondent interview. Now, often also you're gathering evidence during the respondent interview as well. Failure of the interview can derail the entire investigation process and will generally lead to flawed findings. So some of the reasons why workplace investigation interviews fail. So poor investigation planning. Now, this is often caused by a flawed complaint analysis. Now, I did the previous video on complaint analysis, all the issues that occur and that derail a complaint analysis. Failure to establish why we're here. You know, what's the purpose of the interview? Talking too much. Really is important that you listen. So not listening and talking too much really will derail your interview. It's important to listen to understand, not listen to ask your next question. And like I said, the objective of the interview is for the interviewee to give you the information. If you are talking too much, you're simply not getting that information. Rushing the interview. An interview takes as long as it takes. There's no point rushing it. There's no point rushing the interviewee. Let them talk. Take your time. Interrupting. One of the biggest flaws in investigation interviews that I review is the interviewer constantly interrupting the interviewee. Let them talk. Let them get their point out. If you interrupt them, they'll get the impression that you're not interested, that you're not able to do your job even because you're not a very good investigator. So interrupting an interviewee is something you really should try to avoid. Taking the wrong approach. So rather than, taking an open approach, being there to listen, being there to understand, the interviewer is taking over the interview and just approaching it in completely the wrong way. The questions you ask and the failure to understand the rules of evidence, okay? Now, I'm going to, in the end of this video, there's going to be a link to the article which relates to this video, which provides a lot more information. But simply put, some questions are admissible, some questions are not admissible. If it goes to a court and you've used a lot of inadmissible questions, your interview could be thrown out, okay? So you stick to open questions as much as you can, but avoid leading questions. The method of recording. Now, as an industry standard, we record all interviews, audio record them. I use the iPhone. It's got an inbuilt app, but you can take statements, you can do records of interview, you can take interview notes. But if you don't get it right and you don't get the information down, then you're going to have a problem with your interview. The recorded interview is the best way to capture everything the person's saying. Interviewer bias. You can't let your bias or any bias interfere with your interview. In the article associated with this, I go through a number of potential biases that interviewers can slip into. So any of these failures can derail the interview. It can derail the interview, they can derail the entire investigation. And it could lead to claims that you have failed to provide a respondent with procedural fairness. Procedural fairness dictates one of the areas of procedural fairness is the right to be heard. And if you don't allow the person to be heard because of your poor interviewing, you may breach procedural fairness. Just like with complaint analysis, if you don't do an effective interview, you can't hope to provide an effective investigation report if your interviews are flawed. So more details, an explanation of these failures, please click the link below. Don't forget, please like this video. Hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button looks like that. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of the video. So please subscribe. You'll find out more about our upcoming videos. I am making ongoing videos. Please subscribe to our channel and you'll get updates, lots of videos, obviously designed to help you as a workplace investigator, or to help you as a HR professional, or anyone managers dealing with the workplace investigations. Until next time, see you later, and thanks for watching.